mock scrapes, licking branches, licking vines. That's what I want to focus on today. There are three types that I use. The first one is over my shoulder here, and this is a live branch. Um, I call it the horizontal paracord licking branch mock scrape. Why? Because I use paracord. I'm going to show you in a second here. I pulled this limb down. The limb was up here. I lowered it to a level that the deer could utilize and get their antlers in it and lick it easily. Use the paracord to anchor it to the tree, pulling the limb down to be at a reasonable level. Just a second here, I'm going to give you a closer look so you can see the setup. It's not real complicated, but the evidence is here also. You can see the ground is still chopped up from the deer utilizing the scrape portion of it, and they, with their antlers, the bucks ripped all the limbs off of this branch, and it's just a bare branch now. There's only one limb right here. Of course, I have several pictures with my trail camera this year of bucks utilizing this area, so let's take a closer look. First, let's look at how this is connected. We got our branch here, and you've got paracord here, and it's simply tied here and then anchored to the trunk of the tree, the base of the tree. It's real simple. So I'm just pulling that limb down, horizontal limb, pulling it down closer to deer level. And this is the limb. It looked like this, right? Branching off, little limbs branching off. But now it's shaved down and all the small branches coming off of this branch are ripped off. And you can see the ground here, bare dirt. There's some leaves falling back on it and blowing around, but it's bare dirt. Deer really hoofed it up utilizing the scrape. I actually have a picture of a buck urinating on this scrape. So they used it a lot this year, and it works really well. The horizontal licking branch scrape. The second method that I use is the vertical licking vine, the licking vine scrape. And I have a walnut tree here. I cut the top of it off and I actually started branching out with more limbs. Kind of use the coppicing method. It's a method used in Europe for you helping trees grow more and utilizing and harvesting more trees from one tree, but that could be another video. You have this vertical licking vine. It's real simple. I just attached a limb from the walnut tree at the top with nails. And I attached the vine with paracord. And this vine is about belt buckle level or so. And the evidence is there again. The ground got worked by the deer. Several bucks came into this one also. You know, I've got a picture of them depositing their scent on the vine, scraping up the ground, and I have a buck also that urinated on this scrape. So, you know, these scrapes weren't here. These licking vines, these licking branches, and then the scrapes that were created beneath them, they weren't here. This is a spot that it's near a stand. Tree stands up there to the right of my finger. My dad actually shot a buck here a couple years back. Had some opportunities with more, but it works really well. The vertical licking vine. The third method I use is the horizontal, totally man-made licking branch. I like to use oak limbs. This is an oak limb, and originally this was a see the vertical limb there, post. I've got a T-post, and attached to it with duct tape is black cherry log, and I originally used it for putting a trail camera on it to watch this creek crossing. You can see the crossing there. But I said, well, I needed a real quick makeshift scrape. I think I did this at the end of September. I know the deer have always used this area. They come off this hill. They come from the ag fields. They're out that way and out that way. You can see this trail here. And then they move through that way. Creek crossing there, creek crossing there. But I made this thing real quick, and I said, well, I could attach this thing between this split log. I actually used a ratchet strap. This was a really quick makeshift, and it worked really well. Had several bucks coming in here using this licking branch, and then made a giant scrape. This one's about 4 foot wide. Okay, almost as big as a car hood. This is part of my food plot here. I've got winter rye in here, and it's out. There's some winter rye out there growing. I just cut a tree down to let more light in. But the 3 types of mock scrape licking vines, licking branches that I utilize. First one, paracord, just tie a limb down at deer level. Second one is the vertical licking vine using a grapevine. And this third one is the horizontal, totally man-made licking branch. And a lot of folks say, well, this won't work. Well, I have the evidence to prove it, and I can help you, and I can show you some of these techniques and methods I use. Subscribe to my channel. Look me up, Real Habitat Designs for Deer. And good luck scouting, good luck preparing your land, whether you have your own land or public land. Get out in the woods, take someone hunting, have a good time.